Hello everyone. In this video of microprocessor and interfacing devices, I am explaining architecture of 8086, which is a 16-bit microprocessor. So this is block diagram of 8086. This block diagram is divided into two parts. You can see here, this is bus interface unit and below is execution unit. So bus interface unit consists of segment registers, uh, instruction pointer. It consists of 6-byte instruction queue and control unit. So you can see here, this is control unit, this is 6-byte instruction queue. These are segment register, 4 segment register, code segment, stack segment, data segment, and extra segment. This is instruction pointer. And execution unit consists of general purpose registers, that is AX, BX, CX, DX, and these 4 pointer register, that is stack pointer, base pointer, source index register, destination index register. It also consists of arithmetic and logical unit and flags. So we are going to discuss all the blocks of 8086 in detail in the coming slides. So let's go one by one. So first of all, we'll start with bus interface unit. So whenever we write a program for 8086, we never store that program in the architecture of 8086 because it has no internal memory. So what we do, we store the program in the external memory connected to 8086. So you can see here, this is memory. Memory consists of stack of registers. So these are register. One register holds 1 byte of information. That means 8 bit of information. This memory is connected to 8086 by address bus like this. And it also connected with the data bus like this. So blue is shown by, this is address bus and this yellow is data bus. Now, let's assume that this is some memory location, that is whose address is 20000, and in this memory location, some instruction is stored whose opcode is 00001111. So what is this 00001111? It is the instruction code stored in the memory. Now let's assume the situation in which microprocessor wants to fetch this instruction and execute that instruction. So what bus interface unit does? Bus interface unit generates the address of this instruction. So what is the address of this instruction? Address is 20000. So here you can see that bus interface unit generates this address and it sends this 20-bit what it is written and sends this 20-bit physical address to the memory. So it will send this 20-bit physical address to the memory like this. Then what happens? Then it fetches the instructions from the memory. So what bus interface unit does? It fetches the instruction from memory. So what is instruction? Instruction is this. So how it fetches? It fetches through address bus. So instruction will flow through address bus towards microprocessor and it will enter into 6-byte prefetch queue. So this is instruction queue and bus interface unit stores this fetch instruction in the instruction queue. Then what happens? Then it will transfer this instruction to the execution unit. You can see this is execution unit of 8086. And execution unit is responsible for execution of instruction. So bus interface unit, what it does? First, it generates 20-bit physical address, then sends this physical address to the memory. Then it fetches the instruction. It stores it in the 6-byte prefetch queue and then send it to the execution unit. So bus interface unit generates 20-bit physical address for the memory access. Then it fetches instruction from the memory. It transfers data to and from the memory and input-output device. See, if we have connected memory to 8086, then data will flow between microprocessor and memory. And if we connect input-output devices like monitor, keyboard, keypad, LCD display, then data will flow between input-output device and processor. And it maintains a 6-byte prefetch instruction queue. Then what execution unit does? Execution unit is responsible for execution of instruction. So execution unit is responsible only for execution of instruction. It takes the instruction from the queue and executes that instruction. and it also tells bus interface unit from where to fetch the instruction. What is the meaning of that? The address, the exact address, the offset of memory location is provided by execution unit to bus interface unit. Now these are the features of sorry, these are the features of 8086. It is a 16-bit microprocessor having 20 address line. So its address bus size is 20-bit. So how many allocations it can address? It can address m is equals to 2 raised to power 20. So this 20 stands for number of address lines. So this is the formula, memory location that you can connect to 8086. So what is, how much memory we can connect? We can connect up to 1 megabyte of memory to 8086, and it has 16 data lines. That means data bus size is 16 bits because 8086 is 16-bit microprocessor. Then it has an instruction queue. It is capable of storing 6 instruction bytes from the memory that we have seen. It was a first 16-bit processor having 16-bit arithmetic and logical unit, 16-bit registers, internal data bus, and 16-bit external data bus. 8086 operates in 3 different frequencies. You can see it operates on 5 megahertz, it operates on 8 megahertz, and it operates on 10 megahertz of frequency. Now it is said that it supports pipelined architecture. What is meaning of pipelined architecture? In 8086, when bus interface unit fetches the instructions from the memory, execution unit executes the previously fetched instruction, and both the processes takes place simultaneously, and this type of process is known as a pipelined process or pipeline architecture, because 8086 microprocessor supports this kind of operation, that is fetching of instruction by bus interface unit and execution of instruction by of previously fetched instruction takes place simultaneously, is known as pipeline architecture. Now these are general purpose registers. 8086 has 4 16-bit general purpose registers. You can see that this is AX, BX, CX, and DX. So these general purpose registers are used to store 16-bit of data, or you can say 2 byte of data, or you can also use them as individual register for storing 1 byte of data or 8-bit of information. That means if you want to store 16-bit of information, name them as AX, BX, CX, DX, and if we want to store 8-bit of information, then we have to call them as AL, AH, BL, BH, CL, CH, and DL, DH. So these are general purpose registers. These are used to store data, but every register has a different function. So what are the functions? The function is this AX register. What AX register holds? It holds operand and results during multiplication and division operation. So whenever we execute or whenever we write multiply and divide instruction for 8086, one of the operand should be always in AX register, and result will also enter into AX register. Then what BX register holds? BX register holds the offset of address in indirect addressing mode. What is offset? Offset is distance of required location from base location of memory segment. We are going to learn this in detail, what is offset, while studying the memory segmentation concept of 8086. Right now, just remember that BX is used to hold the offset of address. What CX register holds? CX register is used to hold the count. Whenever we perform the loop operation, whenever we want to repeat the loop number of times, then in that case we need to hold some register to keep the count, to hold the count, and in that CX register is used for holding the count. DX register is used, this DX register is used with AX register to hold 32-bit value during multiplication and division. So along with the other as storing the general purpose data, these are some special operations what for AX, BX, CX, and DX are used. Now segment registers and offset. Now whenever we connect memory to 8086, that memory is divided into 4 segments, that is code segment, data segment, stack segment and extra segment. So what are these registers? This is bus interface unit part, and here there are 4 registers, that is code segment register, stack segment register, data segment register and extra segment register. These registers are used to hold the base address of memory segment. Base address means bottom address, the bottommost address of memory segment. And these 4 registers, that is stack pointer, base pointer, source index register and destination index registers, these are also 16-bit register. These are used to hold the offset. What is offset? Offset is distance of required location from the base location. Who is going to hold base location? These register will hold base location, and these register will hold the distance of the required memory location from this base location. But these combinations are fixed. That means if we want to calculate the address of code segment memory, then combination is CSR and IP. Where is CSR? This is CSR and IP. If we want to calculate or if we want to access data segment, then combination is fixed. That is, we have to use DSR, that is this data segment register, and source index register in this. That means this will hold base address and this SI will hold offset. If we want to calculate extra segment address, then ESR will hold, this ESR will hold base address, and this DI register, destination index register, will hold the offset. That means distance of required location from base location. And for stack segment, combination is SSR, stack segment register, and you can use either SP or BP, that is stack pointer or base pointer. So these combinations are fixed, and this is a formula for calculation of 20-bit physical address. Because 8086, the address bus size is 20-bit. Here the size of register is only 16-bit. These are all 16-bit register. These are also 16-bit register. So how these 16-bit registers are used to calculate 20-bit physical address? So this formula is used. So what we have to do, if we want to calculate physical address of a particular segment, say code segment, then here we have to take the contents of segment register, that means say code segment register, multiply it by 10, and then plus add the offset for code segment where offset will be there in IP. So add the contents of this register. So you will get a calculation of 20-bit physical address. Let's take an example that, let's assume that we want to calculate the 20-bit physical address of data segment. For data segment, combination is DSR. That means data segment register will hold the base address, bottommost address of the memory. And source index, this combination is fixed. Source index will hold the distance of this memory, required memory location that we want to access from the base location. Suppose this is base location and this is our required location which we want to access. So how much is the distance is known as offset, and DI, this here SI holds the offset for data segment. So let's assume that DSR holds 2000, which is a hex number, hexadecimal number, and SI holds F0. So what is formula how to calculate physical address? It will take contents of segment register, that is this 2000, then it will multiply it by 10, and then plus it will add offset. Where is offset for data segment? Where is offset for data segment? In SI. What SI holds? F0. So it will add into this and it will generate 20-bit physical address like this, and it will then transfer bus interface unit. We know that. I already told you that this 20-bit physical address bus interface unit will transfer to memory for reading the instruction. Now instruction queue. 8086 has 6-byte instruction queue. Now we know that while execution unit is busy in decoding the previously fetched instruction, bus interface unit fetches 6 instruction byte in advance and keep them in the queue. So how it takes place, let's see. So this is memory. Let's assume that this is memory. And in this, it consists of stack of registers and data is stored in this memory. And these are addresses 2000, 200001, 23. These are addresses of memory, 20-bit address, and this is 8-bit data stored in the memory. Now, what is the width? Each memory location holds only 1 byte of information. Now, let's assume that this instruction is being executed. That means this instruction is already transferred to the 8086. This is assumption. So, this instruction is already transferred to the execution unit in a situation where this instruction is already with the 8086 and execution unit is currently executing this instruction. So what happens according to this statement? While execution unit is busy in decoding the instruction, the bus interface unit fetches next 6 instructions. So what will be the next 6 instructions? Next 6 instructions will be from this location to this location. These are 6 instructions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what bus interface unit does? Bus interface unit fetches the next 6 instruction byte from the location and store them in the instruction queue. What it does? Stored in the 6-byte instruction queue. So what happens? Say this is bus interface unit of microprocessor and this is 6-byte instruction queue. So how it fetches? Now we are assuming that this instruction, this is already with the 8086 and EU execution unit is executing that instruction. So what will happen? So bus interface unit will fetch next 6 instructions like this and will keep it in the queue like this. And then what happens when queue is filled? What happens? This instruction will get transferred to execution unit and then execution unit will execute that instruction. So this is how the instruction queue operates in 8086. Now arithmetic and logic unit and flags. 8086 has arithmetic and logical unit which performs arithmetic and logical operations. Arithmetic operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So size of this arithmetic and logical unit is it performs 16-bit operations and it performs logical operations. Logical operations means AND, OR, NOT, XOR, etc. Now there are flags. Below arithmetic and logical unit, you can see that here there are flags. So what are flag? Flag register is a special purpose register. This is also register. What is the size of this register? It consists of 16 bits. See, you can see that D0 to D15 flag is a special purpose register. The size is 16 bit. Depending on the value of result, after arithmetic and logical operation, the flags in this will set or reset. There are different flags: carry flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry flag, zero flag. This is sign flag, trap flag, interrupt flag, direction flag, and overflow flag. So after arithmetic and logical operation, based on the result of that arithmetic and logical operation, these flags will set or reset. These flags, zero, sign, auxiliary carry, parity, and carry flags are known as status flag. Why they are known as status flag? What is our WhatsApp status says? Whenever we go somewhere, we take a picture and upload it as a WhatsApp status. So what it indicates? What you did, what is your status, what you did, what you ate on that particular day. Similarly, these flags gives us the status about microprocessor. That means what is going on inside the microprocessor. After performing addition or subtraction, whether there is carry generated, whether the result is zero, whether the result is positive or negative, whether the result has even number of ones or odd number of ones. So all this information can be generated by checking the status of these flags, and hence it is said that these are status flags because it gives us the status of microprocessor. And these three are control flags. So these are flags. You can see here, this is carry flag, this is parity flag, This is auxiliary carry flag, zero flag, this is sign flag, this is trap flag, interrupt flag, direction flag, and overflow flag. So we are going to learn these flags in detail in the coming video. So I hope you understood the concept of architecture of 8086. Thanks for watching.